All right, guys, good morning. We are over in Wisconsin, right outside of Oshkosh, fishing the BFL today out of Lake Winneconne. Haven't been over here in a couple years, and I did not make it over to pre-fish, so one of the first times in a long time that I'm going into a tournament completely blind. We're gonna see what happens here this morning, but you know, I spent a lot of time here for a couple weeks 2 years ago, and I learned a lot of little places here on this lake. So basically just gonna run around, check a bunch of stuff, try to figure out what's going on. I think we're gonna have cloud cover for most of the day by the looks of the forecast, maybe a chance of rain. So gonna just kind of fish with my instincts and see what we can get going. I don't know, I'm excited to try and get some redemption on this place. I've had some really good days in practice, and absolutely was jiving with this place, but then you know, my BFL that I fished here the last time was not great, and then fished a regional tournament over here and had a very bad tournament. So like I said, I'm ready for some redemption. I'd like to have a good tournament here, but at the same time, my goal today is kind of just to go catch 5 fish. If I can catch a limit today, I think that'll have me in the middle of the pack, and you know, keeping it consistent, staying up there in points for the year. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We're gonna go get to the boat ramp and get put in. Yeah, this place is just different than anywhere I've ever fished with. Like, it's such a big, like, it's so vast, but then it's so shallow and no wake zones everywhere, and fishing is, like, looking at it, you'd think that there'd be a bass on everything, yeah. But then there's not. Like, it's freaking tough to run into one out here.
The only thing I was thinking is, you got a dark colored one on. I'm about to switch to a white and see maybe that would make a difference.
Yep.
Thickness wise.
Good thing though is I really like to just fish docks and throw a frog and do all that. So even if we're not catching them, I'm still kind of,
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
how I like to say it.
I think at least I'm just doing what I like to do. So.
Yep. That's a little one. I think we should go try something different, or at least a different area. I feel like there's definitely fish in the canal.
Yeah, I would think with that summertime heat and the shade, they'd want to be up in these, underneath this stuff. But.
Yeah, I mean, like a... That one was there.
That's a good one too, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, all the other lakes I've ever fished, it seems like this is You know, you can either go offshore or you can do this kind of stuff, and it always works. Not big. Oh, I thought it was just a giant.
It was okay. I mean, I caught a ton of fish. They were all short, and then I caught like a 6.
That's a good one. Should keep. It's gonna be close, I think. There we go. It's gonna be another close one.
Yeah. You got shoulders on them, they just start stuffing. I know. Hopefully we get our opportunity. This would be fucking dead after that front goes through. As dark it is, I don't even know if they can see my bait right now.
I know.
It's so dark out. What do you got? I don't know how big it is. Gonna be close.
All right, guys, I just want to finish the video here, kind of talking about what happened there at the end of the day. As you could see, there's a huge storm that blew in. We kind of got trapped in a canal that we were fishing there in the morning. And to be honest, it might have been for the best, because I ended up catching 2 of my fish shortly after I was thinking about leaving, and then that storm hit. So, you know, I wasn't able to go and cover as much water throughout the rest of the day like I was hoping, and try different things to maybe get a couple of those kicker bites. But at the same time, like I said at the beginning of the video, catching a 5 fish limit was kind of one of my goals for the day. Realistically, without having any practice for the tournament, it was just, you know, kind of where I was hoping to hoping to be. Was weigh-in a limit, ended up being a very small limit, but I did get 5. So after weigh-in, ended up in 26th overall for the point standings with 1 tournament to go. You know, it hasn't been a phenomenal year by any means fishing these BFLs, but at the same time, I haven't had a ton of time to get out and practice. This tournament had no practice. Every other BFL I've had 1 day. So really limited compared to what a lot of people have out there. And I guess I'm proud of the fact that I've been weighing in limits in every tournament and figuring something out with basically no time. So just had a lot of stuff going on in my life. Have a new baby girl and going through some trials and tribulations with her, but a lot of good things too in life, and some things that are just outside of fishing that I've been focusing on. You know, people got to take a step back and do that as well. Fishing is not the only thing in the world, as much as we like to sometimes think that. But guys, I appreciate you sticking around, watching the video if you're still watching, and you know, following along with the channel if you do that. It's been a little bit of a slow summer, I will say that. I haven't had a lot of great days fishing this summer. Haven't, like I said, had the time to get out there and stay on the fish. I think that's part of it. Seems like I've been in a little bit of a funk, but hopefully as we get into fall, things change and we can land on them and have a couple good days of fishing before the year's over. Got some good stuff coming though, guys. Some videos are going to be dropping on the channel here, and we got some good hunting stuff coming up this fall as well. But I appreciate you all watching. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next time here on Grind Season Outdoors.